we're talking about console exclusives because for some reason, in the last 24 hours, I've seen a lot of the biggest gaming journalists, a lot of the biggest podcasters and stuff talking about the fact that they predict that very, very soon everything will be third party like Xbox is attempting.
Woo! Gamester, what another W. Who told you fools, bro? Oh, Gamester don't know what he talking about. He out here lying to the community. Just to find out that there's talks about all these companies allegedly going third party. What did I try to tell you fools, man? Throw me my flowers! Because all you people want to sit here and do is denounce every single thing that I'm trying to tell you. I have been stating this for years. All the OGs know that I've been stating this, bro. Come on, man. Give me my credit. All you people keep doing, all you ponies keep doing is eating the flowers out of my hand, and then you want to sit there and talk about it 3 to 4, 5 years later. No different than you guys playing the airball games, right?
Not only will we see stuff like maybe Nintendo games come to PC, but
who called that? Didn't I say that in my last video? Didn't I tell you that Nintendo would push for PC? Bruh. See, it's like at this point, I don't even know I'm warning you guys, man. I'm trying to have you guys prepared for the future, but all you people want to do is chastise me, act like you don't know what you're talking about, right? That's fine, because at the end of the day, I will still continue to make content on this, and guess what? I'm always going to win, because you know what they say, always bet on black.
PlayStation putting a downgraded version so their games that will run
on see? Xbox. You see how he has to throw that downgraded versions, bro? You know the game's going to run well on the Series S. Cut it out, bro. Why you got to sit there and act like that? Oh, the downgraded versions, bro. You're nothing but a fanboy, and when this reality happens, I can't wait to laugh at every single one of you. Like I've previously said before, laugh now and all you guys are going to be crying later, man. I can't wait for it, man. The days that we'll be able to enjoy gaming without having to deal with this console exclusivity crap will be the day that people can go back and start enjoying video gaming again.
Series S, or maybe we'll see more Xbox, Microsoft gaming stuff with PlayStation 5 Pro upgrades. Basically, everybody just trying to sell games everywhere. Now, I disagree with a lot of this.
Of course you disagree, because you're a fanboy. Because only a fanboy would act like this.
Because, I mean, I feel like something about this...
Here we go again with the old days.
Seems off.
Why?
When I think about the classic...
Oh, here we go. Bro, what do you don't understand? Do you guys know how many times I say, why do you guys keep... Why is your mindset still stuck in the 90s, bro? Bro, we're not in the 90s anymore, man. Companies have to make money for the things that they're funding. What do you don't understand, bro? You don't think these companies have finally realized that, hold on, we can outgrow the concept of one platform and still continue to make money with these high budgets? And of course, Nintendo don't have to do it right away because their games don't cost that much money to make. And on top of the fact that you guys want to sit there and say, oh, people buy Nintendo for exclusives. Did they do it in the N64? I mean, they did, but did they do it for the GameCube? Did they do it for the... I mean, they barely bought exclusives. Did they do it for the Wii U even? They didn't. It took for the Switch, which happened to be a portable console, for the Nintendo fans to be like, yeah, we like this. But is it really a compliment? Nintendo has always dominated in portables. But let's not forget, the Wii U was Nintendo's last home console. Let's not soon forget. So when you guys sit there and say, oh, Xbox gonna leave before Nintendo, if anything, Nintendo left before Xbox, because Nintendo don't make a home console. It's a portable device that can be played at home. That is it. No different than the PSP, no different than the Sega Nomad, no different than any of those devices. What makes it different? We know that Nintendo's popular in portables. That's it. It is what it is.
Console wars. Like, think about the 5th generation.
Right? Here we go. Pulling out the old PS2 and the
GameCube, PlayStation 2, and the original Xbox.
Bro, right? What do you don't understand? That's not what's going on anymore, man. What do you guys don't get, bro? I'm having a hard time understanding the mindset of these pathetic fanboys, because y'all still think that these companies care how it was back in like 2001. Bro.
I thought that was such an interesting time because the different systems not only had very different exclusives, and radically different controllers, but it always felt like the systems had different vibes. Everything on the Nintendo GameCube, you could pretty much put the disc into the system, and in like 60 seconds you're playing a game. A lot of the original Xbox stuff, they had some of the first really high quality open world games. I mean, think about Morrowind on the original Xbox or with PlayStation 2.
Well, that has more to do with the fact that the hardware, though. The PlayStation 2 could not run a game like that. Like, that has nothing to do with the game being exclusive. And let's not forget, Bethesda always had a good relationship with Microsoft. They kind of always had. So when they purchased them, it really made sense. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I think they would have put it on PlayStation. Because isn't there like a Fallout game on PlayStation 2? But it's not really that good. I can't remember. It's like Brotherhood of something, whatever. So it's not like they just made a game specifically for Xbox. It's just because the hardware was there. And on top of that, was it Morrowind on PC too, you dummy?
Those early RPGs like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest.
You see, all third-party games.
That just felt so mind-blowing at the time. And in my opinion, a lot of those games from that generation still play great. But in this era where everything is trying to be everywhere, I've seen this talk about a loss of brand identity. So let's take a look.
The only identity that you guys lost is you're not gamers anymore and you became Twitter warriors.
Quotes from journalists, from the podcasters.
You guys went from being gamers to being podcasters and talking. That's what you guys have became. I mean, you guys ain't even real gamers anymore at this point.
And if console exclusives are very rapidly coming to an end. I hope you're having a great day and in a good place, but I see it going around like wildfire, which is that console exclusives will soon be obsolete.
Woo! Game still with another W.
Especially for third party. Now, the reason this is just kind of interesting is the reason this is still something I push back against is because...
What is there to push back against? Because these companies are going to do what you want regardless, bro. If they see it as an opportunity to make way more money than they've ever had before, they're going to do it. What is there to push back on?
More than anything else...
You have no power.
I feel like Nintendo Switch, it has continually blown my mind. I feel like Nintendo gamers buy more games... They play more hours. They post more about how much they love their Nintendo.
Yeah, and PlayStation gamers do the opposite, and they talk about how they want to play Xbox games on their platform, even though they don't play it. And what's even more laughable about what you're saying, you're wrong. Where were these Nintendo gamers during the 64? Where were these Nintendo gamers during the GameCube? Where were these Nintendo gamers when they bought the Wii, but then they gave up and then the casuals took it over? Where was these Nintendo gamers with the Wii U? Oh, that's right. Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. They were playing portables. You guys are giving credit for Nintendo for something that they've always was good at. Like, bro, they left the home console market to focus on their portable gaming division. They understood that. They're like, you know what? Our portable gaming is always good. Let's merge the market. Let's make a portable that you can play at home, But at the end of the day, the diehard Nintendo home console owner, we have suffered. This is why we don't get the same hardware that we're normally known for expecting from Nintendo, because you know why? We don't matter. We have been abandoned. All in favor for the Nintendo's portable gaming market.
The Switch, you can get, and I'm going to be mean here, you can get the most stripped down, bare bones, strange ass port and put it onto Nintendo Switch, and it feels like it sells 5 million units, whereas the biggest, most successful Xbox game sells like 1 million copies.
That's funny, considering that Astro Boss, Stellar Blade, Rise of Ronin sold around the same thing. And you guys always want to brag about hardware sales. And we know why Xbox games don't sell on their platform. Why would an Xbox gamer buy a game if you have access to it? You guys want to know why I didn't buy Ninja Gaiden Black 2 for Xbox, even though I played it? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. Because I already have the subscription service, so I don't have to pay for it. You big dummy.
So
I'm tired of this garbage.
Makes me think that Nintendo has proven that if you still keep making exclusives that only exist in your system...
That's not true, because if that's the case, then why was the 64 GameCube... I mean, they were successes in their own rights, but I'm saying that why weren't they as successful as the PS2? You just said, right, that Nintendo gamers buy for exclusives. You're not understanding that the reason why the Switch is successful because it's portable. No different than the DS, the 3DS, the Game Boy Color, SP, Advance. Nintendo has always dominated in portable gaming. Exclusives did not make people buy the Wii U, did it? The same games that people are enjoying on the Switch were on the Wii. 80 million sold well on the Switch, right? With Mario Kart 8. But then that didn't push the Wii U, did it? Did Smash Bros. See this? Think about what I'm about to say. Did those games see the same success on the Wii U? They didn't. Those gamers did not go out there and pick up the Wii U for the Smash Bros. And the Mario Kart 8 that you're playing on the Switch. It didn't. It's because Nintendo has dominated in portable gaming. That is it. Not exclusives.
People kind of have to play along. Now, the wrinkle to this is the growth of PC gaming. So,
yeah,
I've seen a lot of analysts discussing lately that have flattened console exclusives will become obsolete soon, especially for third-party publishers. Now,
let's go.
I feel like people are taking this quote and running in multiple directions, but
no,
I feel
that's
like
exactly what it is. Steam has been doing well. Game makers, console sales have flattened. They have. Dragon Quest, all these games have flattened. Why are we going to sit here and lie and act like we didn't make videos talking about Ubisoft going under because every game they got coming out is failure? How are we going to sit there and lie and act like Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII, and all these games see no success on PlayStation? Why are you going to lie? Why are you going to sit there and lie and say act like Concord did well when it didn't? That's why they shut the servers. We clearly see that there's a lot of games flatlining coming from the same pony. When you got 10 canceled live service and subscription games, and you're going to sit here and say that what this man's saying is wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, bruh.
Thoughts here. I feel like...
That's what it is. Bro, nobody cares about your feelings because your feelings ain't facts.
Incredibly deep, incredibly interesting
I'm
point.
tired of this crap, bro.
Console sales have flattened. Now, to be clear, people are still buying PS5s, people are still buying Xboxes.
But they're not buying them for exclusives.
People are still buying Nintendo Switches. But those numbers, even if they're currently tracking ahead, right now PS5 sales, if you line it up at the same amount of time with the PlayStation 4, the PS5 is still technically selling faster than the PS4, which sold, over 100 million units. So the PS4 is a big, big success. The PS5 is a big, big success.
Yeah. The PS5 is a success in transitioning the fan over, but it's not a success in the games. The PS4 sold games over 20 million. You're not seeing that same success with PS5, are you? What's even more funny, y'all giving God of War Ragnarok more credit for hitting 15 million for being on both platforms than God of War when it came out on PS4 on one. God of War Ragnarok is on three PS4, PS5, and PC, and it's still sold worse than the PS4 version. Bro, you know what, bro? I'm about to end this video. Because now y'all doing too much, man. Like, it's getting to the point, bro, because I feel like I've already expressed this truth to y'all, and y'all ain't listening. But go ahead.
If you're trying to hit the crazy market saturation, if you're trying to... This is the other part of it that I do 100% believe, which is that I feel like the only third-party exclusives we're going to be seeing from now on are times when Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo completely fund it. Like, from start to finish, they say, hey, we're going to do the marketing, we're going to help fund the budget, we'll send over...
Sounds just like what they did during the PS1.
Employees to help with the coding and porting and stuff like that, which apparently Sony's been doing a lot of that. Apparently Blacksmith Wukong, they had some of Sony developers.
Oh, but then we're going to sit there and act like that ain't the reason why it ain't on Xbox, even though there's a video showing that it could be playable on the Series S. Bro, you guys are capping, bro. We told you.
Help it come out on the PS5.
Let's go.
Get it running as good as possible.
Let's go.
I do think there is a chance you're going to
fanboy.
stuff like that, where
the
third-party games, well, there are going to be less times where someone just chooses to make something exclusive. It's going to be more times where someone says, hey, if you fund this, we'll make the game for you. Sort of like what it seems like Helldivers 2 had. Now, I feel like the wrinkle to that, I see a lot of people kind of reeling from. A lot of Xbox fans are sad and a bit upset that everything is going so third party. That Microsoft.
And this does not bother me because you ponies know that your system is third party too. This does not bother me, bro. I personally don't care. This is not going to stop me from playing on Xbox, or this is not going to stop me from playing on Sony, because the platform don't make the gamer. The games do.
There is a bit of a loss of identity, but let me listen to him.
But back to the concerns again. I mean, I just worry that the multi-platform strategy is Xbox completely losing their identity.
Yep.
And PlayStation putting games on PC is not making them lose their identity? What argument are we having here, brother? You know what I'm saying? I don't get what we having, because we weren't saying this during the Xbox One generation, and now all of a sudden y'all want to sit there and act like these games are still exclusive. Bro, what are y'all doing, man? Like I'm saying, like that's why I'm not involved in any of these echo chambers, y'all, if y'all want to call them that, because look at that. You people are ridiculous, man, because clearly, I don't know what identity is you, my brother, but we all know what you is, bro. I'm going to just leave it there.
Essentially, you hear that a lot. I've said I know a lot.
It's just even that right there. It's great that on an Xbox podcast, they're all nodding in agreement about how much Xbox has lost identity by not trying to have exclusives at all. Even with the studios they bought. But
why would that make them have any more of an identity? Explain. You guys are not doing a very good job explaining as to how you feel, because what you feel is not what's bringing in the money. So regardless of how you people feel, that's not where the direction of gaming is going. You know, if you sat there and told people, I like Elvis Presley, this is real music, then people are going to laugh at you because they're not going to see the appeal of what you grew up with.
Other people said, I'm pretty sure Destin asked Phil that directly, but that would be my main concern. I'll say it from the thousandth time.
Your main concern is not if the game is good. The main concern if the game doesn't have bugs, issues. Your main concern is if the game is locked away from people. That's a fanboy, bro. Y'all arguing the wrong crap, bruh. Y'all arguing it. Now, I can tell you as to why I would want to see exclusives, but unfortunately, that time frame of companies being competitive with one another is the only reason why I would care about exclusives. But that's not happening anymore. So therefore, the game quality ain't getting better. But if you're sitting there telling me, oh, I want exclusives because essentially I want the game locked away from somebody, where's the benefit? We can sit there and compare the classic days all you want, but you got to remember the competitor was actually trying to earn our money. It wasn't Microsoft and Sony laughing and having coffee breaks talking about how we're going to put your games there and how I'm going to put your games on the Windows operating system. It was about them trying to take each other's head out. And we all enjoyed it. Enjoying games. That's not what's going on right now.
Playing Halo on PlayStation will be weird. It's not something that...
weird.
How is it weird? How is it weird? That's like saying, oh, like there's people that I've known playing Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PC with an Xbox controller on PC. Is that weird? What is weird about it? What's weird is you fools. And I will continue to call out this fanboy garbage behavior in this dang community because I am sick and tired of it, bro. There's real gamers in this community that are tired of listening from all spectrums. You guys are all old, 50 years old, bald-headed men. You ain't got nothing else going on in your life, bro. Look at the background. Do they got games in their background, or do they got toys? Or they got collectibles? Y'all got Xbox consoles, and you ain't even got them plugged in. Where's the TV behind those devices? You are buying platforms for what reason, my brother, if you ain't got it plugged to no TV? All right, go ahead.
Cool with it, though.
Right. But it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen, though. And then once it does happen, people will get used to it and you'll move on. But that initial shock of seeing that is going to be extremely weird.
Ain't no shock. Ain't no shock.
So that would be the other concern. Like, is Xbox even the thing? Is it Ubisoft or EA? It is just a big third-party publisher at that point. And Xbox isn't doing things that separates them from what PlayStation does or from what Nintendo does.
Did you just say that Xbox ain't... See, this is why people love my channel, because I sit there and I break down the stupidity of what I'm hearing. You just said, Paris, that people can't see the difference. Hold on. You just said, what Microsoft is doing is completely different than Nintendo and what Sony's doing. Wouldn't that give them an identity? You just said that Sony and Nintendo, which they're not, are doing the same thing, which would also mean that there's no identity because they're the same thing, right? That's according to your logic. So Microsoft doing what they're doing is completely different than the competition, which also means that they have their own identity doing something different than its competitor. But we already know that's not the case because Sony's putting their games on PC. I rest my case.
Games that you play on a console, again, they're just saying at that point.
Make sure y'all share my videos, man.
At that point.
Share them all.
I find this to be interesting.
Let them all know.
I feel like his analogy of comparing it to something like Ubisoft, I think it's a great comparison. It is interesting to see because Ubisoft, they're not bought. You know, Ubisoft is very, very big. They're not.
Hold on, didn't you just say they were dead not too long ago? Now all of a sudden they doing good?
Going to take one of their perhaps billion-dollar properties or hundreds of million-dollar projects.
I thought they were dead.
On a singular system because, I mean, games are too expensive to put on one system at this point. So,
oh, yeah, and that's why Sony's putting their games on PC because of those expensive budgets.
The fact that Microsoft is just going third party to...
How are you guys going to keep saying this when Sony is doing the same thing, bro? Putting your game on another platform is the definition of multi-platform, bruh. How are we going to sit there and change the way things are all because of fanboy narratives, bro? Get up out of your feelings and get this garbage out of my community. And I said it, my community, because I'm the one supporting the industry, buying the consoles, buying the games, while you people sit here and do nothing but complain on podcasts, talking to each other.
Trying to break even with their expensive projects. It does hurt the identity. Maybe that's just me, but I do feel like it does hurt the identity.
And what do you identify as, buddy? Mr. Smooth Skin? Fallout New Vegas? What do you identify as? Because don't tell me it's a ghoul. Because tell me what your identification, brother. Like, man, these are the arguments we're having.
And I almost think that there has been some debate that... if Sony starts putting more of their games third party.
But hold on. Oh my God, can I get a breath for... Let me get a breath of fresh air. Did you just say that if Sony starts putting their game... Bro, hold on. I don't even have to say that. Just listen to what he just said. Just listen.
And I almost think that...
Just listen.
There has been some debate that...
Just listen.
If Sony starts putting more of their games third party.
So you admitted that they're third party! You just said if Sony puts more games, you didn't classify and say PC, but we know what you're getting. Does that make them more third party? Let's rewind this.
The identity.
I'm tired of this.
And I almost think that there has been some debate that if Sony starts putting more of their games third party.
So you're already admitting that Sony putting games on PC's third party. I rest my case.
If Sony starts throwing everything on Steam day and date.
Y'all like games, so I hear the passion, man. I hear it, bro. I know. You're fed up. I'm definitely fed up, bro. Are we gonna sit there and act like Helldivers 2 didn't drop day and date, brother? Are we gonna sit here and act like, are we gonna sit here and lie to people for the sake of lying? What do we do? I'm doing the theatrics just for the video, guys. I'm not actually bothered by this, but I just want to make it entertaining. But I'm just saying, are we going to sit here and lie to people, bro?
If Sony does start putting stuff on PlayStation, would that...
Did you just say Sony put...
or their games third party?
They don't know what they're talking about.
If Sony starts throwing everything on Steam day and date, if Sony does start putting stuff on PlayStation...
Sony putting things on PlayStation. What?
Would that just break down the brand of PlayStation?
How would that break down the brand? At the end of the day, people would still pick up a console just because they don't want to spend $1,000 on a PC, you big dummy. How come you guys completely forget that notion? The convenience, all the things that they say, well, I don't upgrade a PC, motherboard parts and taking things off and stuff. Now all of a sudden those things don't even matter no more. So you guys could always build these 10-minute PCs like these PC dudes was telling you. Y'all just wanted to come up with excuses. Come on.
I do kind of think
now.
so. Like,
come on.
I want to listen to this clip here in that I think so. Like,
let's hear it.
I want to listen to this clip here in that I still don't think we're going to be seeing any Nintendo games coming to Xbox. I don't think we're going to see any PlayStation games going to Xbox.
This is where you're wrong, bro. I'm telling you, y'all. But you know what? At this point, I'm tired of warning people, bro. If this is the reality that you guys want to believe in, by all means, believe on it. But just believe it, bro. We gotta have to wait till this happens. You know what I mean? So just keep bringing up the same points time and time again. It gets kind of tiring because it's like it's the same stance.
Do you think this is a one-way street?
How is it a one-way street? If it was a one-way street, these games wouldn't be dropping on PC, would they? One-way street would be PlayStation and PS5, Pony.
Return the favor, or does there... Alternatively, now they basically say, well, buy our games on this box, or you can wait 2 years and maybe get it on PC, and maybe that port will be good, or maybe it won't be so good as well.
The Digital Foundry's laughing at y'all, man. They know the future, too. They just need to have people still subscribe to their channel to give y'all false hope. That's what y'all doing. Y'all are dummies, bro. They already know the truth, bro. I can guarantee it, man.
Do you believe...
I find this quote to be so interesting because I do think more than anything else they've hit the nail on the head, which is that...
Really? Because it seemed like you was... You know what? Never mind.
Back in the day...
Oh, here we go. Back in the day story. Let's hear it.
Sold a system is to say, hey, here is the games that only run on our system.
Is he really going to lie like that?
Want Metal Gear Solid? You got to get it on the PS2. Like I was saying, got ported to other places
So it ain't exclusive then?
later, but originally you had to go to that spot. Hey, here's the GameCube. You want to play Resident Evil 4, which obviously is one of the best games ever. You had to play it on a GameCube for the first while.
And where did that game go to? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. It went to other platforms, did it? What are you proving? You're just proving that time exclusivity is what's important, not exclusives. You big dummy.
Think we're going to keep seeing bigger and bigger games that are coming day and date to PlayStation being made by Xbox. I think Fable's coming day one. I think obviously Master Chief. I think the next...
How is that day one if that game has already been out? I can understand newer titles, but Master Chief Collection has already been out on Xbox. You can't use that one.
It's already confirmed, obviously, but whenever we see Gears of War E-Day, I do think a lot of that stuff is coming to PS5. It's going to get PS5 Pro upgraded. It's going to be... A lot of that's confirmed.
But you just said it's day and date, though. So you're essentially saying that Gears E-Day is going to drop on Xbox, and then it's going to drop on PlayStation. Now, let's really break it down, Knight. Xbox hasn't showed that though. Starfield, they haven't showed that. Halo old, Forza Horizon 5 old, even Hi-Fi Rush, which dropped on Xbox first, drops later. Indiana Jones, which dropped on Xbox first, dropped later. Now maybe Ninja Gaiden 4, that's gonna be one, and maybe a few other games. But see, but hold on, let's peep something. Let's really break it down. Real gamer stuff, real gamers, right? Let's really break it down. But you just said that Xbox is going to do day and day for Gears E-Day and all their new games, right? But have you noticed? That hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. Y'all be getting old games, Grounded, Sea of Thieves, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush later on, all Halo Master Chief later on, Forza Horizon later on. You did not get these games day and day. I can go on. Indiana Jones Day, and you ain't getting it. South of Midnight, you ain't getting it right away. So what is you talking about? So all this, I don't need an Xbox. I won't play it day and day. Bro, we haven't seen that yet. Now, Ninja Gaiden 4, yes, but maybe that's due to the Koei Tecmo partnership deal. But we didn't see it with South of Midnight. And we didn't see it with Avowed. So what point are you proving? Y'all didn't prove. It's destroyed your whole argument, bruh. Man, that's why people love my channel, bruh. Because I broke it down. Now, if it does happen, that's fine. I'm not disapproving it. But I'm just saying, I'm essentially calling your bluff.
Right.
Let's go.
But
Let's go.
Don't think that
Let's go.
Sony is as on board with, hey, we need to diversify. Hey, we need...
No, because they're going to make money off third party, and they're going to continue to make money off the Xbox with the 30%. Sony don't want to make games for y'all. That's what's going on here. Sony has lost their identity that they don't even want to make games for y'all. That's why y'all playing Xbox games.
Putting stuff on PC, especially back catalog games. Remasters and stuff, it'd be cool to get,
What do you mean back catalog? Helldivers 2 was a day-and-date game on PC. Was that back catalog?
A God of War.
I'm done, bro. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, I broke it down to you, but we're going to go through the list again. Has Xbox did a day-and-date of a game that they have made first on PS5 and Xbox? Have they? Because I don't think I've seen it. All these games that are going, Pentiment, Grounded, Sea of Thieves, all dropped early. Forza Horizon 5, Halo Master Chief, older games, Indiana Jones, 6 months later. What's the other one? 6 months later, right? Or whatever. So like I said, Starfield, you still haven't got yet. Maybe you might get it later. But I'm saying, at the end of the day, the best place to play these games first and with value is through Xbox. Y'all know this. Stop the cap. Stop using old games as an example to say, well, we got the PS5. Therefore, bro, at the end of the day, PS5 ain't even got their own games. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, I broke this down as good as I could. Make sure you guys shared this video around. Let everybody know that this is what we doing. We exposing all the fanboy narratives. Take care. Peace out.